There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores.
It's the Bucs and the Steelers.
All that and more coming up next.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. CD, you look at the Steelers in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Pittsburgh's offense making its way out, and we get a look at the player drafted to succeed Ben Roethlisberger as the franchise's quarterback. Knows a lot about the city. He's a rookie out of Pitt, Kenny Pickett.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Bucs at a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd down and goal. Brady, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brady now on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a touchdown.
Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now out come the Steelers. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Pickett back to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 51 yards. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Succop for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Pickett. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back Leonard Fournette.
It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. They'll run it again with Fournette. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Up the gut, Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. A handoff to Fournette, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it is 28-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 24. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. And he'll just get rid of it.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. We'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Fournette. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. This one taken in by Otten. So we have reached halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Fournette running out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Brady. He's got Otten. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Finding Otten once more. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun give to Fournette. Down to the 25. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He finds his man Johnson. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. 20, 10. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the gun, it's Brady. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pickett to throw on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Throwing again on second down. Pickett setting up the screen. Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. First and 10. Here's Pickett. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jannard Avery from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ball start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Pickett. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.